Hi, this is Gaze Planet, the show where two boyfriends kiki about all things K-pop. I'm Miles.
I'm Andy.
And we have returned to the format that you once knew. So today we're just going to catch up on our summer in K-pop. We saw two concerts. We saw VIVIZ and Blit, even. We're going to go to Comeback Corner and talk about a few groups there, try to nail down our song of the summer. So we went to two concerts recently, within the course of a week, right?
Oh, yeah. Didn't know we had the second one. Till day of.
That is true. We kind of were so excited for VIVIZ, and then we were like, oh yeah, we forgot we bought these even tickets while we were in Texas.
Yeah, I think on our calendar it had a question mark, so I didn't think we had tickets.
Our calendar said Blit? Which that could really mean, in a gay household, that could mean anything, you guys. That could be a prostate exam. Yeah, I want to talk about these two concerts and kind of compare and contrast. I think they were quite different. But let's start with VIVIZ. This is Andy. I think this is your premier group, right? This is your favorite group in K-pop?
Yeah, it's in the top tier. I like all of their songs. No skips.
Some skips for me, but I still was excited to see them. So this is, people sometimes call them Three Friend. They are three of the girls from G-Friend. But what's been exciting about VIVIZ is they're so different from G-Friend. And I think that as a group, they're making music for adults. That's how they feel to me. It's they don't feel as K-pop young to me.
No, not at all. They will not have a high school themed comeback.
Yeah, and they're not ever in school uniforms, or I feel like they're we're gonna hit the college market and up, and we're gonna do the festival circuit.
We also know them because we learned Bop Bop when it first came out, because I thought it was so fun.
I thought the concert was fantastic. I think we saw them at the Athenaeum Theater in Chicago, which is a very small theater. I think we were sitting in row M, which was the second to last row, but you guys, that means there's only 14 rows. So we were so close to the stage. It's the first K-pop concert where I was straight on. When they do the lineup thing to make that illusion trick, it actually worked for the first time. I mean, there are problems with a lot of K-pop concerts, or you heard this when we talked about IVE, they don't have set pieces and stuff. I mean, this still didn't have set pieces, but it had backup dancers and lights.
And a small stage.
So
they were never swallowed. But they never left the stage the whole time.
No encore. They turned the lights on and said, get the fuck out. Go buy merch.
They had to get on a tour bus to head to the next city.
Okay, then we saw Even a week later at Talia Hall in Chicago. Very different show. The opposite show?
I would say we saw Professionals with VIVIZ, where it was the show, it was just tight. No moment went on too long, everything choreographed. Even the intro started 3 different times. Lights weren't coming on when they were supposed to. Mics weren't on. The boys looked nervous. They were wearing the worst clothing we've ever seen put on a human body.
Well, okay, so let's give context. This was their... Even are the boys that didn't make it into Zero Base 1 from Boys Planet, so we know them well. This was their first US tour. Chicago was the first stop on the tour, so we truly saw them lights on, here's your first number for an American crowd. And I'm I know they've done shows in Dubai, I think, but I was just have they seen a gay couple before? Have they seen people not paying attention to them and being on their phone? Have they seen people drinking alcohol? It's just because some of them are so young, I'm is this a crazy new experience for them to be in this weird old theater in Pilsen?
That was a half full?
Again, we were very close. It was raw. They have great music and choreography, but it was raw. It was like you said, terrible outfits, the ugliest, biggest pants, these stupid jerseys, and then everybody had messy bowl cuts. Everybody had Tay-Ray hair.
We can't see the lines of their body while they dance.
No, and I just feel that more than anything, to me, the styling hurt the concert. No good stage lighting effects for them. It just felt like you were watching the best talent show you've ever seen.
Yeah, and they're crowd game that for some reason all these groups have to play.
I know, you could kind of see it with VIVIZ had a gumball machine that they were turning and taking questions out of, and Even just had a presentation board with sticky notes, and I'm that to me is the difference between the two concerts. One is feels like it's from the Bop Bop video and is something a little bit more thought out, and one is we gotta go to Staples.
Yeah, they're hope this works. Hope we can fill this time.
So I still liked the concert. Like, I mean, I still like, because a lot of their music, I was like, oh my God, this is good. Oh my God, this is good. Like, they had that one song, EXO.
말해줘 yes no 선택해 엑소 말해줘 what you want 더 빠져들게 빛나는 lips 분명한 X
Or the music, it was like the production was distracting from the experience. Like when this song ends and the boys are holding microphones in a line ready to talk and the lights don't turn on. So then you're just sitting there for 8 seconds while nothing is happening. Like that happened twice. That is not giving me confidence.
Yeah. Do you remember any songs from that concert?
Well, I knew one going in, sort of.
Or is there any that you're like, oh my God, I'm going to keep listening to that? Or one that got stuck in your head after?
I just don't like going to concerts where I don't know any of the music because I'm not good at being a first-time listener.
See, I'm the opposite where I feel like some of those production things you mentioned, like I totally didn't notice. But I was more like, I was like discovering, it's like a weird way to discover songs because of a concert. And I've done it before when I saw the Click 5. Their second album came out the next day. And they just played the second album, so none of us knew it, and all the songs were amazing. So to me, that's one of my favorite concert experiences, was like discovering new music live that way. I think it's different with a band versus like a K-pop group. But I still, with this, like, I was like, oh wow, EXO is amazing, KO is great.
Oh, I liked KO. And I like EXO.
They have this song called I Love You. That was stuck in my head like the next 2 days. That catchy little I Love You song.
이제는 바로 여기 내 손에 어디든 좋니 feel the same 더 천천히 Call you L-O-V-E
I thought it was fun in that respect of like, I discovered new. I went home and I went to Spotify and I was like, let me just scrub through their stuff and pull what I liked from the concert before I forget. Like, to me, it was almost like a discovery system for the band, and it kind of was like, okay, I'm ready to be a fan now, where before we were like kind of ignoring them.
I just didn't know how they had so much music so fast.
I mean, they have to make music to go to Dubai, so I'm still glad that we went because it was not expensive. I wanted to see a concert at Talia Hall. We were very close.
I was happy to go.
Yeah, and their music's cool, and their choreography is fucking cool. It just could have been like so elevated. The ingredients are there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to Comeback Corner. So I want to talk about Red Velvet, Cosmic.
조금 더 머무르면 어때 나의 별이 조금 외롭게 아껴둔 노래 들려줄게 Love is cosmic
Red Velvet released Cosmic, and thank God they needed it. That's how I feel about this song.
I think K-pop needed it.
Yes.
The production of it is just excellent. It's like symphonic.
It's like symphonic. It's
longer than 2 minutes.
It's a real song. It gives me like ABBA a little bit, but like sad ABBA. I was just rejoicing because Red Velvet to me has not like made me feel anything since their stellar run of songs in 2017, which was like Bad Boy, Red Flavor, Peekaboo. And then we've just kind of been waiting, and there've been so many false starts with like Birthday and Queendom, the song, and Chill Kill that are like almost giving me what I need, but they're not. And then I was worried for a while that aespa had just completely like eclipsed Red Velvet too. Yeah, so it was great to see them come back and like have a great song. I don't know.
Would you say it's a song of the summer?
I don't think it's a summer song. I mean, it is kind of like, it's like the song of the midsummer. Like that's like the theme of the video. Yeah, they needed it. It's like a return to form. Sorry, I'm not a Psycho fan, guys. I know people are probably like, what about Psycho? Like, it's not for me. That's just a Big Bang song. And then us as fans of Universe Ticket, UNIS, the group that came out of Universe Ticket, they had their second release, Curious, and those girls righted the ship. They righted the ship.
They came out with like a real
piece of music.
They came out with a song that was independent of the trend.
The trend being?
The trend being soft, afternoon sunlight, light pink.
Pantheress.
Yeah, light pink Pantheress. Like,
people are calling it soft garage is like what is a lot that's happening, especially for girl groups with these 2-minute things. And
which I
Some of it's
Like,
good. Some of it's
I don't
good.
mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make an amazing playlist with these 350 songs that have been released in this soft garage genre, but they came out with something out that like with a little rock edge.
It seems like, I don't know if they listen to fans, but it's like the line distribution is now even. Everybody liked Dopamine off, that's from Universe Ticket, and then they put it on their first album. We shouted it out in an earlier episode. I mean, I can cut it in.
사슬을 깨뜨리지 빠르는 에너지 나를 감싸 번지는 colors of it 소고빛 color 넘쳐흘러 through my veins dopamine.
But they like, it seems like they took the cue. They're like, okay, people like Dopamine, let's just do a new song, Curious, that's kind of in that rock vein. And I'm like, was listening to it at the gym today, doing like the shoulder press, listening to like 13-year-old girls be like, I'm a rocker. And I'm like, okay, the guitar is shredding, the vocals are screaming, like I'm buying what they're selling.
드레스를 입고 난 perfect hat-trick run like a zombie every sunny day 너만 몰라 정말 몰라 I want to be the one 바로 나야 do what I wanna do.
I mean, Hillary Duff walked so Eunice could run.
So they could
Demi
lightly
Lovato
jog.
walked, so...
Yeah, they have like just a cute, barely singable Japanese girl, but at one point she's singing the chorus, and I'm
She
like,
sings the pre-chorus.
I'm like, you guys have crafted a good song if you're able to give like everyone a moment in the chorus. Like I think every girl sings in the chorus.
I feel like everyone got a moment to shine, and they have two extremely strong vocalists. Don't ask me their names.
Sowon and Alicia.
Alicia, okay. They were like, let's just unleash them. Like, there's a part, I'll cut this in. This is the part I wanted to include. There's a part where they sing back to back, and then we go into the chorus. And like, this is some really strong stuff. Hyunju was all over it. I was like, if you watch the show, you get to know 8 individuals, so you want them all to shine. They have their own sound. They could keep doing the sound. Who knows what they'll do, but I also think the lyrics, I think in K-pop, it's like, we as non-Korean speakers, the lyrics don't matter as much, but like, it's simple enough where I kind of looked it up and was like, they're saying like, why are you the only one that doesn't know me? I think we would probably, if it was an English release, they would say like, why don't you know me? Like, why don't you know me? I'm the one. It's me. Like, they're kind of, to me, I took it as like, they're a new group and they're like, hey, why don't you know me? Why don't you know me? You should know who Eunice is, which I think is just like a good hook for a new group. It's like 21 doing I'm the best. Like, you want to just to tell people how to feel about you. So props to my little babies.
Those fetuses can dance.
Come on, preemies. That's like not even, they're younger. Some of them are younger than the Baby Monsters. I mean, you can go on YouTube and you can watch them go to Sewon's grade school graduation, where she graduates from 6th grade.
No.
Yes, and Hyunju's like, okay, I'm 22. Like, my friends are graduating college, but like, I'll go to this grade school.
My coworker.
Although she's great in it because all the girls like look like young, and then she has like a really nice like long coat, and she has a huge bouquet to give her, and I'm like, okay, she's being like the adult right now. So, do you have a song of the summer besides Espresso and Chaperone?
I haven't been moved yet.
Oh, so your song of the summer could still happen.
Yeah, Mimi Rose is coming out with something.
They are, our girls are back, plus 2 new girls. So Weekly, Stacy, Lightsum have failed you.
No, I think that there's like
Rise.
good, fun things, but a song of the summer to me has not yet emerged.
Okay.
Curious is the closest. That's the thing I like the most. And I just listened to Hyolin's Wait.
Yeah. She's doing Afro beats.
Oh, I know. It's like how Smarter by La Seraphim is a photocopy, but then
Doja Cat.
of Doja Cat, and then Hyolyn is like, well, instead of just photocopying it, I'll rewrite it and make it a little more mine. So it's just as derivative, but like done better.
Well, I think that Hyolyn, the way that she sings, like she's gonna put her stamp on something more than La Seraphim's gonna put their stamp on something.
And I did not watch the video. I was washing dishes while listening to it, but I was like, I'm sure the video is like tropical and fun and amazing and sexy based on the thumbnail.
She's just working in the Philippines.
It's her anaconda.
I would take an anaconda thing from her. My song of the summer is Sabotage by Kwon Eunbi.
Boy, that is sabotage. Baby, you really know what's the deal. Oh, that is sabotage. 점점 더 깊어지는 맘을 깨어나 feel. 'Cause when you look at me, can't tell what's real.
That song got me together.
You were unraveled?
It got me. I just listened to that song a lot at the gym. I mean, to me, it has everything. It has like driving verses, big chorus, huge bridge.
All my life, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy, that is sabotage.
Amazing live stages with the chair dancing, high notes. I mean, I've liked a lot of Kwon Eunbi stuff. I liked Flash and I liked Glitch, but this is the song that I've like. At first I was like, I like this, and now I've just been repeating it. So I really like Sabotage. I don't want this to be girl groups only. I mean, shout out to Rise. I liked their song Boom Boom Bass, I think. It's written by the same people that did Get a Guitar, which was like a huge song from last year that we both loved. So that song's great, but it's Sabotage for me right now. But
Savvy.
yeah, but maybe 50-50 or Mimi Rose will crown it.
We'll get our hearts. So now we've done the light garage era. What do you want to see next? Do you want the girls to go out of the sunny bedroom and back into the club? Do you want sex to come back? Do you want girl crush to come back?
No, God no. I mean, what is it? Okay, the group that is looking most towards the future to me is aespa and like Supernova. Like that to me was like, we didn't really get to talk about it on this podcast, but like we were obsessed with that song, and that to me is.
Yeah, if that came out this summer, that'd be the song of my summer.
Did it? Was it May? Might have been May. But I think what K-pop does best is like fast pop, great melodies, but great energy. And they've like lost that a little bit with like Girl Crush
and transition. There's nothing to me in the Girl Crush era. They just got to the point where they were buying 3 songs and splicing them together.
Yeah.
And now we're buying 1 song and repeating the first half of it 3 times for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's gotta be something in between these. But Supernova had like movement and parts spliced together, but very cohesively and well done.
And lots of ideas. They didn't use their like 1980s hip hop sample until the bridge. So I'm always clamoring for songs with lots of ideas and good melodies, and that's what K-pop like has traditionally had. I think fans are like hungry for a 3-minute song because every time we get that, people are like, yes, God, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think it'll just keep shifting. I think that like New Jeans, to me, I look at New Jeans as like everyone's kind of following their lead, but I think New Jeans is at a point where they have to now shift gears. Maybe not, but I mean, I think their newest releases were like, okay, but we already did Super Shy, and now I guess we're doing Bubblegum. Like, it was like, they're going to have to change direction, and maybe that'll help everyone else change direction.
But probably not.
The chances are 50-50. I'm referencing the teasers that you didn't watch. Also, that's the cutest group name, because when they say it in Korean, they say Pipati Pipati, and I'm obsessed with that. Because they don't have apps, they're like Pipati Pipati. Well, that's the show. You can follow us on... I always feel like our ending is so abrupt. You can follow us on Instagram at Gaze Planet Pod, and we always like to leave you with a song to go out on. Andy asked me a good question off mic, which was,
is there a Wash Over You song that came before New Jeans that you like?
yes. There's a song called Knock by Park Moon-chi. I don't even know if she's like K-pop, and maybe she's more of a ballad singer, but she decided to do this like disco bliss song a few years ago. Blisco.
That's what we want the next genre to be.
No, they've kind of done it. I would always take more of it though, but it's just a song that I looped like 1,000 fucking times, and like I could continue to loop it. There's a few other songs that sound like this one too, but I love this song. So we're gonna leave you off on Knock, and that was the show. Fighting.
Bye.
Don't touch my blit.